Musical director is a funny term, really. I found in pop music, musical direction to be this. Ellie Goulding writes a song. It's on the radio. I get sent that song, but I get sent all the parts that went into making that song. So I get a hard drive with all the information, all the audio that was made. It's my job, per song, to deconstruct, go through all the audio, all the information, deconstruct how we should put that back together for a live show. That starts with the fundamental thing of how do we want to do it? How does Ellie want to do it? How do the other people that I work for want to do that? Do they want that to be like the record, or do they want it to be very different from the record? That's the starting point. The secondary point is what musicians do we need? What equipment do we need? How to recreate that sound? How do we program that sound? Then I will arrange that and then rehearse it, put it in a show. And you do that per song, hours and hours of work, of mixing, of getting it right. But it's a very rewarding feeling when you hear and see your show in an arena and you know that all that work you went into it was worth it. No, there isn't a school, I guess, to learn to be musical director, but a musical director can mean many things anyway. My experience of it is very much in technology, so recreating sounds and parts and sampling and the technology, finding new technologies to help us get close to the record but playing more live rather than a lot being on the track. I'm really passionate about that, about having good players but using technology as an instrument. I'd like there to be a huge global pop show that has zero backing track, but it's all people using computers on stage in real time. So that's my thing. So technology is my thing in that regard. But musical direction means lots of things. I have friends who are musical directors who compose for orchestras, who are involved in film music, score quartet parts. A musical director can mean many things, and it all depends on the artist and who you're working for. So formal musical education is important, but experience, like musical technology is a massive part of what I do, and it's a massive part of my growth and progression as a musician in my career. So for me, it goes hand in hand. You can learn that stuff by watching YouTube videos and investing time into spending with software like Ableton Live. Or if you're a drummer, the thing I tell drummers now is you have no excuse with technology when it comes to electronic drums, because hybrid drums is not a new concept. Guys were taking out Simmons in the 80s, Simmons drums, Linn drums, drum machines, and back in the day they had to wrestle with these analog machines that didn't want to play, behave night by night. They didn't want to synchronize with other things. But now in 2017 we have software that recreates all those amazing sounds, but does it consistently, night after night. So the challenge, I think, for us as musicians now, drummers, is how do we take that forward? How do we do something new with the great technology that we've got in our hands?